Okay, so yeah, so it's my birthday, and this is the strangest birthday I've ever had. We had it together. Yeah, we just had like a very strange, like Shining experience. Have you seen The Shining, baby?
No.
You never seen The Shining? So Shining is a movie about this crazy guy that murders people in Colorado, I think. So, anyways, we're on an island, and for my birthday, and we got a recommendation for this really cool, super secluded beachfront location. Looked amazing. Right on the beach, beautiful water, like everything's amazing. It's super quiet. There's like 4 rooms. It's like a villa, and everything's like great. But when we got in, it was like a little creepy. There was all these weird photos of folks from the past, and this weird like skiing photos of these random family, and we're in a tropical location. It was just
Yeah, and it was a whole like altar of like icons and churchy things, which like I understand if there's like a little bit, but this was like over the top weird. And then the whole room was also covered in a lot of like symbolic like church stuff, and like I don't know, some not even just church, I don't even know, because I didn't like look at it that much, I didn't think about it.
There was a lot of religious stuff, and like Alice said, just over the top. Like, I've been in houses, I grew up with Catholic grandparents.
Yeah, so
been in
did
houses
I.
with lots of stuff, but this was nuts. Like,
This was not like
lot.
normal,
Like,
like
a
it
lot.
was strange. And I actually made a comment to Jen, I was like, this feels a bit strange, like strange.
But yeah, so we started with that. We didn't think much of it. Went to dinner. Dinner was average, but it was fun. It was super fun. We took a little scooter. We got a little scooter because that's our thing. We like to take modes of transportation wherever we go. ATVs in Costa Rica, scooters in Greece, and we took another scooter here. And so we come back, we're having fun, we got some champagne, and
Well, the thunder started. That was one of the issue.
Yeah.
I looked at the weather because I booked a surprise boat trip for tomorrow for his birthday, and I can see that like it's gonna rain tomorrow, and it was supposed to rain tomorrow, but we can see that it's thundering. I'm like, baby, it's actually gonna rain pretty bad. So anyway, we're driving back to the hotel, and we had a hot tub there on the beach, and we were like, okay, well, Johnny was like, I really want some champagne. Let's get champagne and drink it in a hot tub, I guess. And I was like, sure, baby, let's do it. Anyway, we get back to this hotel, but let me be real, this is not like a hotel, like a standard hotel that people realize, right? Like it's a house. I'm gonna sneeze.
Yeah, it's like a massive villa, and so it's very secluded. It's out by itself. It's like a cool like little dirt road on the moped in a storm to get there in the dark, and there's only like 4 rooms, like I was saying. So yeah, it's like a massive villa, like a house.
Yeah, it's just like someone's house, basically.
Which we stayed in Dominican in one that was super cool, opposite of this,
different.
but this one felt a little different. And so we're going to the hot tub, and
Well, before when we got to the hot tub, we couldn't even get out of the room for a while.
that's what I meant. So we're going to the hot tub, and we're like, we're just gonna have some champagne in the hot tub, and everything just took forever to get it. Like everything just said, don't do this. It was like we couldn't find the keys, then we needed towels, then we needed this, then we needed that, and it was just like every step of the way it was like, maybe this isn't what you're supposed to do, is resistance. And when we went outside and it just started raining, it's lightning, and it looks really cool, to be honest, like really cool. But then we try to get the hot tub, it won't work. We see a sign that says it's only operational until 5 p.m. and we're like, okay.
The water was cold in a jacuzzi, which she said, like the lady that checked us in, she was like, oh, jacuzzi's hot, which wasn't hot.
I don't know what she said. It wasn't in English, so I'm not sure what she said. But I do know that we were there, and right when we got there, and nothing would start, and it had a bunch of resistance for going. It started raining and lightning like crazy, and it looked super creepy, like Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And then
I heard a voice.
Yeah, so it was just like go back inside, essentially, like there's sand blowing in our face. It's starting to rain. It's like we shouldn't be here. And then all I hear is a voice out of the bushes, which I didn't hear.
I thought it was Johnny, and I'm like, what did you say? He's like, I didn't say it. I was like, I heard a voice. And he's like, there's no voice. I'm like, no, I heard a voice. And he's thinking I'm crazy. I definitely heard a freaking voice. It was a guy's voice or a man's voice. I don't know, but it was coming from somewhere. And imagine it's like really dark.
And
I was like,
lightning.
and Johnny's like, oh, let's have a moment, let's hug. And I'm like, okay, but I'm freaking scared. And I'm like, let's go back, let's get out of here because it's creepy as hell. I don't know, it was just giving a creepy vibe. And that's the thing, I think our intuition is right. Like, so we get into the house, Johnny's like closing the door. I turn around and I can feel someone staring at me. And there's a dude like in a corner, like standing in the dark, like watching me. And I'm like thinking, is he gonna say something? So I'm looking back and I'm like, baby, there's a creepy dude, and I'm telling him quietly, and the guy just doesn't say anything. And then Johnny turns around and he goes like, hola. Like, and I'm like, it's really weird. Don't want to swear here, but it was really weird. And he just keeps standing there and staring at us. Like, he didn't say like, hey, I'm the manager, or I don't know, whatever, or like, I'm your neighbor. I don't know who the hell he was.
I think he worked there. It seemed like he was like the night attendant or whatever, but he was
weird.
creepy. He just stood there in the dark in the corner, didn't say anything besides hola once, and it was just...
He was watching us.
It was just like, it was creepy as shit. Like, it was just creepy. Like, it was like The Shining, like I said. He was just standing there. It's lightning all around. He's sitting there just like staring and not responding. And
yeah, like, it's not like he helped to do the door, nothing. Like, that's what I mean. It was just strange.
Yeah. So we went...
Freaked me out.
Yeah, it was creepy. And Alice gets... She's up and down. She's a very feminine woman, and I love it. And it's my job to stay grounded because of that. So I'm like, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's just the guy that works here. Maybe he's a quiet dude, introverted, whatever. I used to be introverted. I know how that goes.
Yeah.
People think you're creepy when you're just like feeling weird. But we went upstairs. We go inside, and it's storming more. And I'm like, baby, it's no big deal. You're just scared. Let's just calm down and drink some champagne. No big deal. And then...
Well, you opened the door and you're like, I was like, okay, let's watch the storm. I don't know what you were doing. You were doing something for a while.
Not sure, but we had like the screen door and the main door. And then as I like turn around away from the door, Ella freaks out, which scares the shit out of me, to be honest. Because I'm like, what's she staring at? And she's like, the door moved. And so I just closed the door. And when I turned, the screen door opened itself. And I'm like, well, okay, that's a little bit creepy, but it's probably just the wind, barometric pressure, fuck, I don't know.
And I was like, I literally saw the freaking door move, like in a scary movie, and I don't even watch scary movies anymore. And I'm like, baby, the door is moving. And so as the door moved, I can hear this, like, Johnny was like, oh, it's probably the wind. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm just scared and I'm freaking out. Then I'm like sitting there, he was in the bathroom, and I can hear the drops. I can hear the sound of the drops, and I'm like, that's strange. Like, it sounds like water is dripping into the room. So I get out there and I look and I can't see anything. So I turn my flashlight on my phone and I can see like the apartment's getting flooded. Like, there's water, like not like a little bit, like it's like leaking, like
it's running down the wall, dripping through the seams, and the door is shut, completely locked, sealed, and water's dripping in from the seams from the top like a ton. And it's not really raining that hard.
No, it's like flooding us.
Like it had never seen water before. Yeah, it's fucking creepy.
So I'm telling Johnny, I'm like, baby, it's flooding here. He's like, no, it's just a little rain. And then he comes over and he's like, oh shit. And I'm like, I was like, I don't want to say anything, but I just told you.
Yeah, and so eventually I go back outside and there's like storm shutters, and nobody's helping us with this. There's no staff that's saying, hey, it's rain, put the storm shutters on, there's floods all the time, nothing like that. And the storm shutters are out in the corner, so I have to go out on this balcony, squeeze my way down the alley, grab the storm shutters, pull them closed, and then go back in. And no big deal. Okay. And then we come back inside, and I'm like, no, it's just a storm shutter. Let's just, let's just drink some champagne. I drink a little champagne, we're chilling. And then...
Well, we didn't even drink. I had 2 sips. Like, you had
2 sips,
had 1 sip.
I had a lot bigger gulp because I was getting freaked out at this point, to be honest. And then I see Alice's phone's dying on this app that we have. And earlier in the day, I told her, she's like, should I take a charger? I was like, no, I got it. It's the same charger as our massage gun. It looks exactly the same. It's going to work. No need to take your charger. Her phone's about to die. I see it. I go to plug it in.
Yeah, and he makes a comment. He's like,
Charger doesn't fit.
literally, yeah, he makes a comment before he doesn't know that we don't have the charger. He's like, baby, you don't want, your phone to die in this creepy house.
Like,
And
that's how all the scary movies go,
Exactly. And I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, take it. And then he's like, I think I didn't take the charger. I took the wrong charger. And I'm like, great, now my phone's gonna die. We're in a creepy house.
And the phone's dying. We're in this creepy house. We can't charge it. And I look up right at that moment. And so remember, we closed all the doors. We sealed it. We put the storm shutters on. We closed the screen door. The other door's locked. There's no wind. There's no nothing in this house. It's completely locked, secure, everything. I look up right then, and there's a paper in front of Ala, this map, and it just flipped itself over.
It just moved. And I didn't know if Johnny saw it because it freaked me out. And I'm like, if I'm going to tell him again. And I looked at him and like, did you see that? And luckily you did.
Yeah, and I was like, I saw it. We're getting out of here.
He's like, we're getting out.
Yeah.
And I was like, baby, I don't know. I was like, shit. So I started like freaking out a little bit as well. And then I was like, okay, I need to put protection around this because I am very connected to like energy. And if people don't believe in it, it's fine. But I usually can protect, everyone has aura to protect around themselves.
She's very intuitive at the very least, let's say that. And then also can feel these energies. I can feel it too, but not like she can, yeah.
Anyway, and I'm trying to, I said, can you sit next to me? And I was trying to like it usually looks like a dome of white light around you. So it's like, it's just a protection so nothing can kind of come in. And the thicker and bigger it is, like things just bounce back, they can't come in. Anyway, and I'm feeling that I can't really do it. And I'm starting to feel lots of creepy, like dark stuff. And I start to see like freaking hands, dark hands. And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell Johnny because this is freaking me out. So I tried to breathe and calm down and like just do it again. And I tried 4 times and I couldn't do it. And he's like, how's it going? I'm like, not good. He's like, we're getting out of here. I was like, shit.
Yeah. And I remember at this point, like feeling like, we're just being silly or, is this a real thing? And I just remember looking at the creepy dude downstairs and there's a little slits in our door in the door to our room where you can slits like where you can see the light outside, like little slots, like they're there on purpose, but you can see the light outside. And I just remember looking at that over and over, just waiting for 2 shoes to like line up in front of it and for the light to go out like in every fucking creepy movie. I was like, you know what? You have great intuition. I haven't listened to you in the past and it's bit me in the ass. And so I'm listening to you now. We're fuck out of here. And even if we had stayed, it would have been fine. Like, there's no way I would have been comfortable at all. But I don't think it would have been fine.
Also, the lights went out. Or I don't understand how both lights went out. You unplugged it?
Don't know. Yeah, I unplugged it, but
it just didn't make sense.
Things weren't lining up. Let's just say it that way. And so we pack up and we're like, let's get out of here. And Ala's like, packing up, and she's like, we gotta get our stuff. I was like, no, we're on a scooter. Oh yeah, so we have a scooter, right? We have like basically a moped, and it's this big giant tropical storm that's happening outside. And I'm calling all the taxis. They gave us this list of like 7
nothing's
numbers.
Working.
Number after numbers, disconnected. And I'm calling hotels, they won't answer.
I'm getting the apps doesn't work. No taxis here. We can't even get out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna call a hotel. I'm gonna have their shuttle come pick us up. We'll book a room. They'll pick us up from here. And nothing. And then it finally, for a second, stops raining. It's still thundering everywhere, lightning, and it stops
I didn't
raining.
care at this point. I was like, baby, I don't care. Let's get on a scooter. Let's get wet. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. We need to get out of here.
Yeah. And she's like packing up our luggage. I was like, we can't take it on a scooter. It's, the roads are flooded, slippery. We can't take that and leave the fucking luggage. We're out of here. And we just booked it. Got on the scooter. It's covered in rain. We're in this tropical storm. We're going through a dirt road in the jungle.
Everything's flooded, like...
It's flooded. We finally get to this hotel that I could find on like booking.com, right? Because we're not staying at any random hotel now, because that's what we did. That's how we got in this situation in the first place.
Well, this was a recommendation.
Yeah, it was a recommendation. So we go to the hotel we've seen on the road. It's on booking.com. It's like, we know it's a real hotel. We're a reputable hotel. We can stay here. We get there. And the security guard's like, nobody's working, man. Like, this is an island. Like, everybody's gone. You can't. There's no way to get a room here. We're just like, we look like,
like we look like from a scary movie at this point.
Cats or something. Yeah. We're covered in rain. We're like holding our bags.
We're like, please let us in. You know.
And he's like, you can't go here. He's like, you can go to this random hotel next door. They might let you in. I was like, no, we're not going to a random hotel. So we find another hotel, another 10 minutes away in this storm. We're on this moped. We get on. And they told us when we rented the scooter, it's required to wear helmets. And I knew that. And the fucking helmets are in the scooter, like, whatever.
I think it's the last thing you're thinking about, you know, like we're trying to save our life, freaking run away from whatever dark, weird murder house that was. And then and then it's raining, like, and I did say, I just said to Johnny, I was like, shit, I don't think we have helmets on. And he's like, oh yeah, we forgot. But then we just wanted to get out, right? So we get on a scooter with no helmets again. And freaking police is driving the opposite way. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, first shot. So I'm like, shit, we should probably put on helmets. I was like, maybe we shouldn't. I can't remember. We start driving down the road and we're in Mexico, right? And so the last thing you ever want to do is give the police a reason to talk to you. We're driving, we go through the rain. First shot, there's a cop going the other way. And I'm like, we don't have our helmets on. They come over, go behind us, follow us for a bit, pull their sirens on, grab my ID. They're like, it's a big fine. We're gonna hold on to the ID till you come pay at the tourist station. And Alice heard like crazy stories about this before.
Yeah, I'm like, you never want to give them your docs because then they get you into the station. They will fine you more. They can put you in a prison. It's like that shit is scary. Like you just need to bribe them. Like in any situation, just give them whatever money you have. So just get your docs and get out.
Yeah, so he's like, it's $100 fine at the station. I was like, hey, can I just pay it now? I was like, I don't have 100, but you can have everything I got in my wallet. He's like, yeah, you can just pay it now. Have a great day.
Yeah.
So we jump on the car, book it. We're like, that was stupid. We put the helmets on. We drive out of here, pouring. We get to a real hotel with actual people and like looks like a proper hotel with other folks that are staying here.
Yeah.
Get in. It looks normal. We're here.
We're safe.
Feels so different. Took a shower, washed off all that old energy, and now we're here and we're like...
Left all his stuff though, all his clothes and the luggage just left it.
I was like, I don't even care about clothes. I don't care about anything. We'll pick it up tomorrow during the day with, a pitchfork and a bazooka.
I don't even want to go back.
I'll go back. Yeah. But what an experience. This one is a crazy manifester, like crazy. And so last year we said we wanted, for New Year's, we wanted a year of growth. We wanted to grow together, and we have to be very careful about the language we use because she just makes it happen. Last year was nuts, crazy adventures. This year, not for New Year's, but for my birthday, she said, let's go on an adventure together. She didn't specify what kind of adventure. So we're getting very clear that whatever we want to manifest or like just like kind of wish casually, we're going to put very hard like rules around it. Define it very well. Yeah. This is one powerful fiancé.
So freaked out. Yeah.
My baby.
Oh my god, this is the craziest birthday ever. This is not what I planned in my head.
Great story.
I planned a romantic weekend. Now we're like in this tiny room, but it doesn't matter.
Great story. I don't know how we're gonna post this, but we're gonna post this, and it's been a crazy time. So this is helping me feel better to vent it out.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening. Yeah. I know it's making her feel better. You can see it, but we're
Happy
alive.
Birthday, baby.
Yes.
And the worst thing, his friend Gary messaged him saying, what did he say? Happy birthday. And he said to him, oh, I'm going on an island.
Secret island, yeah.
Secret island. Because he didn't know where we're going because it was a surprise. And then
I said, I'll probably make it back.
He said, I probably will make it back. And I'm like, what the hell?
So I guess we gotta be careful with the words we say out loud, especially around this one.
Did you put the cold one back?
So anyways.
And we're wet. We were wet. We just had a shower, but there's no even like hot shower anyway. This is crazy.
But it makes me feel much better venting. So thanks for listening. We'll tell you more. If you got any questions, shoot them in the comments. We will answer all of them because it was a crazy experience.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Bye.
Cheers.